Hey guys, Donny Blue here. I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt under Brandon Quick. This is my student, Stephen Cook. We're going to go over another installment from Shawn Williams guard. So the first video I showed was how to break your opponent's posture using the gi. Today, my opponent's just going to be already down here, right? And I'm going to control the back of his head, and I'm going to, a couple different things. One way to get Shawn Williams guard here is when he's not trying to actively posture back up, but he's just holding me down. And what happens here is he follows my arm with his bicep here. You see what he's doing here? He's following my arm. So if I try to zombie in like I showed in the first video, he's keeping his elbows in tight, I can't get it. But if I bring my elbow up here, see how his arm follows? Now I'm gonna dive this hand underneath and zombie, right? So again, he's here. Now in this particular instance, he's not trying to actively posture back up. He's holding me down, pinning me to the mat. So I'm gonna open my elbow up. That causes his arm to open up. Then I keep my elbow high, my hand comes in, and I start to zombie. As I'm zombieing, I straighten my leg completely. I point my toes to the right, because that's gonna allow my hips to move out to the left, like this. I then follow my knee up his spine and follow it with my hand to here. So now I'm in Shawn Williams guard here. I've got this frame just like we had before, right? Here. Remember, my frame is on the mat, nice and tight. I don't want it up here because if my frame's not up, Stephen can duck his head underneath and flatten me back out, and now I'm in a bad spot. So I want to keep my frame on the mat, nice and tight here. Now, what's going to happen from this position is Stephen's going to, instead of grabbing my bicep to flatten me out, he's going to posture up by putting his hand on the mat. The minute I see that, I bring this leg through nice and tight, and this foot comes up, and if you notice right now, I'm hooking my heel on his shoulder. So I have this frame, I'm hooking my heel on the shoulder, and I'm squeezing my knee to his face. Now I can let go of the frame. I don't need it because I'm framing with this triangle trap here. So Shawn Williams calls this a triangle trap. Donny here calls this the clamp, right? Just different names, right? So you can see the triangle, right? And from here, there's lots of options. One, if I just try and pull my leg out this way, like if I let go of this and I just try to pull my leg out, it's super hard for me. But if I keep this heel pinned on his shoulder in this little indention right here, I can push my heel towards his butt and actively engage my hamstring. What that does, somehow mechanically, it allows me to pull this leg out really easy. Now if you watch and I don't have that actively engaged and I try to pull this out, I can do it, but it's difficult. But if I keep this here and I just actively engage my hamstrings by pushing down on my heel towards his butt, it's real simple, and then I just come to here. So again, right? I'm here. I'm here. He's actively pinning me down. I move my arm up. That opens up the space I need to come in, to zombie this arm. At the same time, I straighten my leg, point my toes to the right, skate my hips, slide my knee up his spine, follow it with my hand. I can grab a hold of the gi here like we did in the first video until I get my frame here. Now once I have my frame and I'm in that good Shawn Williams guard posture, he's gonna go to posture up. He creates that space right there. So I just take it with my knee here. And then at the same time, this foot comes up and I get this clamp or the triangle trap here. Now I can let go of my frame because I'm framed with my shin on his shoulder. And remember, a key point is I'm always squeezing my knee into his face. I don't want this to happen because then he can start to push my leg down and start to pass. So I'm always squeezing here, right? And then I push down on my heel towards his butt and pull my leg out for the triangle. Or I can simply rotate my knee towards his face this way and extend my leg out to get to the triangle. Both work. So now I'll do it one more time and then we'll finish with the submission, okay? So I'm in this position, he's pinning me down. I elevate my elbow up past my head, that creates some space. I zombie the arm, extend, come to Shawn Williams, nice and tight. He goes to punch up, I push on the mat. I bring this through. At the same time, my heel comes up and traps. Notice, for some of you guys that think I'm not, I'm not flexible enough to do that. I'm on my side. I'm not very flexible at all, but I'm on my side, and this becomes very easy. So now you can see I don't need this frame anymore, because I'm still staying nice and tight. So now I actively engage my hamstring by pushing my heel to the butt. This comes out. Now, this technique is very simple. All I'm going to do is immediately reach underneath and clasp my hands in an S grip. Triangle my legs. I'm going to squeeze my elbows together, squeeze my knees together by extending and then bringing my heels to the mat for the tap. So, one more time, all together. Elbow comes up, I zombie, straighten my leg, Shawn Williams guard. He goes to push, I come to here, actively engage my hamstring, comes out, immediately I just reach underneath. S grip, triangle my legs. Now I'm trying to do this motion with my hands, and also I'm trying to touch both my knees together. So I'm extending my legs, extending my arms, and then at the last minute I bring my heels to his butt to catch the tap. So we'll get it all together right here. Last one. Alright guys, that was just Shawn Williams guard. Opponent posture's up, I go to the triangle trap, or the clamp, whatever you want to call it. I clear my foot for the triangle, and I finish with the Tepee. Thanks guys.